Hi, this is Andrea Epstein with Resolve Strategies LLC, and this is our Free Talk Friday episode. And this Friday, we're going to be talking about disclosure and devastation following betrayal trauma. So it's really the devastation that follows the disclosure, which is finding out or it coming to your attention or really being able to see, or somebody admitting for the first time that they have participated in an adulterous relationship, either with pornography or with a sex worker or something along those lines, where they have been sexually unfaithful, and a betrayal trauma then occurs at that moment of disclosure. And oftentimes people know for a very long time that there's something wrong. They sense it, they feel it in their body, they experience it in their gut, and they are constantly seeking out information just so that they don't feel like they're crazy, like they're taking crazy pills, because oftentimes they will ask questions to the addicted partner, but it'll be denied several times, and oftentimes there's stonewalling, and there's gaslighting, and there's denial, and there's all types of things that go into that. So you start to feel like you can't trust yourself, you can't trust your own mind, you can't trust your own instincts. And so when you actually do discover, there is a lot of devastation that follows that, but there's also a moment of clarity as well. So disclosure is devastating, and there's a whole grief and loss process that will follow it. And so in our trainings, we spend a lot of time talking about the devastation that follows disclosure, and we go deep into all of the stages of grief and loss and what betrayal trauma is. But part of the trauma, and trauma in general, betrayal trauma or any types of trauma, is having having the knowledge of something and so many things happening at one time, emotionally and physiologically, that you can't really cognitively process what is happening. And so that's when the trauma really sets in. But then we also want to be able to talk about moving forward. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things go on in between disclosure, the devastation, the grief and loss, the recovery. Oh my gosh, so much goes into the recovery process. So many starts, so many steps forward, a few slippery slopes, a few steps back, a few lapses, and then more progress. So much goes into the recovery process. It's a process. It's not a destination. We cannot snap our fingers and be there. Absolutely not. But the recovery process, before you start to really get to the restoration and the reintegration, sometimes you're getting to know your partner for the first time, and that can be exciting. That can be rejuvenating. It can be all kinds of wonderful. But there's a lot that goes on between disclosure and that. We want to be able to talk about all of it together. We also know that for some people, that's not the result. For a lot of people, that's not the result. For some people, first, there needs to be separation. For some people, there is not just physical separation, but emotional separation. There also is sometimes divorce. Sometimes that absolutely needs to take place for both individuals to heal and to recover. I've seen that happen many times. I've also seen that happen sometimes, and they go on to live wonderful, happy lives. I've also seen it happen where those wonderful, happy lives happen to wind up being with each other later after they both became healthy and whole individuals. But there are also marriages that experience betrayal trauma who are able to work together alongside of a licensed professional who really understands betrayal trauma and the ins and outs of sexual addiction and compulsivity. that can help y'all achieve restoration, in unison together. But it does take both people willing to invest in their recovery and their health and their healing. So yes, there's devastation, but we want to also offer hope, because there can be restoration and reintegration as you invest in your recovery. So thank you guys, and thanks for showing up. Go to www.resolvestrategiesinc to join the discussion and ask your questions. Bye-bye.